Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you didn't already know, my name is Lauren and today we're back in my kitchen. If you can't already tell by the title, today I'm going to be attempting to make some homemade oat milk. I have been drinking oat milk for I don't know how long now, but I think it's almost been a year since I have been trying to reduce my cow's milk intake, just because I do know that I eat a lot of cheese already, and that's dairy, and I'm sorry, but I'm not giving up cheese anytime soon unless I become like severely lactose intolerant. I do know that dairy is an inflammatory kind of food group, so it makes your body a little bit more inflamed. But yeah, and you know, there's just all these things about cow's milk, and we're actually not meant to be drinking cow's milk apparently. But yeah, so I'm just reducing my cow's milk dairy kind of intake by not drinking cow's milk. Nowadays, I like to have a iced matcha latte, and that requires milk. So I've been using oat milk as a replacement because I find it is the nicest tasting one. And I do know that almond milk is one of the more popular plant-based milks, so I was drinking that, but I didn't want the sweetened one because they add sugar, and I was trying to not eat anything or have anything with added sugar. I don't know how I braved it for like 2 months or 3 months, but almond milk is disgusting if it's not sweetened. I had one sweetened one time because it was like, I bought it accidentally, and it was so much nicer, but still like, not for me. This is the Vita Soy oat milk, and it is unsweetened. This is the oat milk that I use when I drink my iced matcha latte, or if I'm having like cereal, which hardly ever happens, but when I do, this is the milk that I use. So I've got my oats in this fancy schmancy jar. These are rolled oats, by the way, and I also have some maple syrup. I know I said that I don't want any added sugar, but with my matcha latte, I cannot have it unsweetened. So I use honey or like just more natural ways to sweeten my drink other than straight sugar. I have looked up a lot of recipes and watched videos and stuff, and what I have come to the conclusion of, that if you're not careful, your oat milk can actually become slimy. And there's a few ways that can happen. So I did watch a video by Clean and Delicious on YouTube, and she said a lot of people actually soak their oats like overnight or like for a couple of hours, and she finds that by soaking your oats, it makes it slimier. But I'm not gonna soak my oats because I don't want slimy oat milk, yuck. With most recipes that I have found, they said 1 cup of oats to 3 or 4 cups of water. You can honestly just do that, oats and water. But apparently to like enhance the flavors or whatever, or make it sweeter, I guess, you can add maple syrup or whatever sweetener that you choose, or you can add a date, I have seen, but you can also add a pinch of salt, and it's not necessarily to make it salty, but it's just to enhance the other flavors. Apparently that's why you put a pinch of salt in all your sweet baked goods, because it brings out the other flavors. I had no idea. I also found a recipe by Tropika on Instagram, as well as Kristen Johns. The oat milk that they made on Tropika, they had 1/2 cup of rolled oats, 3 cups of water, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, that's also what I was missing, 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, and a pinch of salt. You also need a nut milk bag or like a mesh kind of strainer of some sort. The other one, oh wait, so she does 1/2 cup of oats as well. Oh, 1 teaspoon of, 1 to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Wait, what? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, that's so confusing. See, that's the confusing thing. Everyone has such a different method. I think it's just really to your taste, but generally you have 1/2 to 1 cup of oats to 3 to 4 cups of water. Okay, let's just do that. So I've got my blender here. All right, let's put the water in. So I'm gonna fill it up, filtered water. I'll do like maybe 3.5 cups. And I also found out that you can't actually heat up homemade oat milk, which, I don't know, that's so weird. So if you want warm oat milk, you gotta buy it from the shops already made. So you wanna use cold water, because the warmer the oats get when you're making the oat milk, or just in general, the slimier it will get. Got my half cup here. So I'm just gonna shove it in. Put a tiny bit more because I feel like that wasn't quite half. Anyway, there we go. Float, my babies, float or sink. What? It's actually so fascinating. They're like floating, but then after a while they're just like, no, I'm sinking. And I don't know, everyone was so different with their maple syrup. I think the Tropica one said 1 to 2 tablespoons. No, they said 1 to 2 teaspoons. And then the Kristen John's one said a whole tablespoon. Or I think even 1 to 2 tablespoons. So I think what I'm gonna do is just do 1 tablespoon because I think 3 teaspoons equal a tablespoon. To me, that's kind of the middle ground. So I will put is this a tablespoon? Yes. Look, it seems so big. Oh wait, do I do that now? Yes, I do it now. Put a tablespoon of maple syrup. Here we go. I wonder how it's gonna taste. So I'm gonna do a taste test afterwards, like just straight oat milk, and then also like make a little mini matcha latte shot, I guess. I guess this kind of like accounts for my soaking because like it's gonna be in here, but not for like an hour or 2. Oops. Is this vanilla extract or vanilla essence? Yeah, same. I'll do a teaspoon of vanilla essence to give it that nice flavor. And then I'll give it a crack of salt. I guess that's enough, I don't know. Seems like a pinch to me. I'm gonna put it in my blender, and they do say as well not to blend it for too long because again, I think something happens where it will like heat it up more with the blending action and it will make it more slimy, or like the longer you blend it, the thicker it will get. So they say depending on what you want, blend it between 30 seconds to 3 minutes. I think I'm gonna do 1 minute of blending and then we'll see what happens. I've got my nut milk bag. I don't actually use this to make like plant-based milks. I use this to strain zucchini when I make zucchini fritters, which I love. If you want to watch me make it and make me go back in the kitchen, I can show you guys in another video. Just let me know and comment below. I'm gonna put it in the blender for 1 minute. And I'll also put the kettle on to boil my hot water to make my matcha. So I've got my timer here, ready. Look at how fingerprinty that is, how disgusting. I'm sorry you had to see that. Here it is, gotta pop it on. Gotta make sure it doesn't like open up as well, because sometimes it will do that, because the base opens. Let's do it. Put a few seconds here. Let's go. Hey, not looking too bad. Man, I haven't used this blender in so long. It smells like, you can smell like, you know, motor action. Just for now, I'm gonna put it in this bowl. But it looks like, you know, the color looks true to oat milk, I guess. I don't really know how I could get this wrong, but you never know. I'm a bit weird like that. So everything's over here on show if you're just wondering what I put in it. And here is my nut milk bag, which is all kind of crinkly, but that's fine. Opening it up. It smells kind of weird. Maybe it's the oats that I have. I don't know. Oh, I also forgot to mention that they did say to not use steel cut oats or quick oats because it can result in a slimier consistency as well. And another thing I learned from Clean and Delicious on YouTube is to just let it strain kind of like on its own and don't squeeze too much. The more you, I can feel the sliminess kind of. But the more you work it and like play with it, the slimier it will get. Again, I don't know why, but it's just a slimy mess. I mean, like she said that you can squeeze, just not too much. This is a typical thing with plant-based milks. They will separate, so you have to shake it before you use it. It's kind of like milking a cow. I'm like holding it here and like pressing it down a bit. Ooh, I know she said don't work it, but like my one's really thin anyway and I'm impatient. Ah, the sliminess, I get what they mean now. Slimy! Okay, oh, can you see that? Yuck! Yeah, the sliminess, ooh, it's slimy and like, has that, oh no, oh dear. Okay, so I've got my oat milk here, it looks, I can tell you now, it doesn't look great, in my opinion. It looks it looks like murky water. So I've got my homemade oat milk, 2 jars because I like using jars and I collect them, and the store-bought oat milk. Now, I'm just gonna kind of like stir my homemade one because it's looking really separated and I can't necessarily, you know, shake it while it's in this bowl. It looks so strange. Okay. Here we go. This jar is store-bought. The only downside is this is cold and this isn't. And this is the homemade one. Let me bring it up to the camera. This is the homemade one. This is like the store-bought one. I think the consistency seems pretty similar. And I'm nervous. So I could actually drink this straight and be like, it's fine. I mean, it's not the most amazing thing in the world, but you know, I can do it. So, cheers. And that's unsweetened, so it's actually nice. Now, this one, which I'm really nervous about. I'd put ice in it, but then I don't want to water it down considering it's basically straight water already. But you know, it's got flavors in it, so let's just try it. Okay. And like the other one doesn't have that strong oaty smell, so I'm so nervous. Cheers. Hold up. Not bad. Oh my gosh, it's actually not bad at all. You can kind of taste a little bit of powdery texture, which I'm assuming is why you actually should soak them first. I think it's time to do the matcha test. I mean, I will say that I think it is a bit too watery and like you can taste water, but like because it's got the vanilla extract and the maple syrup, it's not that bad. So I like it. I actually really like it. Wow, I'm surprised. I think next time when I make it, I'll try soaking the oats maybe for like an hour and maybe blending it for a little bit longer as well. Anyway, I'm gonna rinse these out and gonna make little matcha shots, 1/2 cup, and then half of that will go in here and half of that will go in here. So it'll be 1/4 cup each. This is the matcha tea that I use. It's from Tropika. The reason why I drink matcha is because I like the benefits of it. I don't drink any other tea. I don't like tea necessarily because I just think it's hot flavored water and I don't want hot flavored water. It's gross to me. I don't drink coffee either. I know this has got caffeine in it as well, but I just find that it's much better than coffee and I just don't really like coffee anyways. I'm gonna put this much into the water and I'm using this electric hand whisk or like frother, I guess you could call it. This is just from Kmart. It's only a couple bucks. So yes, that's what I do. I like to put it in and mix it up. So I'm gonna add some honey. So my hypothesis is that I actually will need some honey for this because I don't know, I just like it like that. But let's give it a go anyway, and I like to add some ice on the top. Pop 2 in here, pop 2 in here. Cheers. So good. My typical one. Now let's go with this one. High hopes. No. No. This... Okay. Well, that is so different when it's with matcha. Wow, yeah, no, I don't like it. It is drinking basically matcha with straight water. Everyone on the internet, you failed me. Or maybe I failed myself. I don't know, maybe I should have soaked the oats. I don't know. It's just, verdict's in, it's not my thing. This is the winner. I don't know, maybe one day we can get them in glass bottles instead of Tetra Paks and stuff like that. I mean, it's better than before, but still a no, to be honest. It's just too watery. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video of me failing at making something in the kitchen for the third time. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel, as well as click the bell icon so you know every time that I post. I do post every Friday fortnight at 5:30 p.m. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye!